we're going to talk briefly and quickly about, because I really want to get it done and over with, because this is just, again, hard. Um, a black walk. Okay. We're going to talk about a gentleman. I don't know if his name is on here. I doubt his name is on here. This story came out in 2020, but they revised it uh, Saturday. They revised it on Saturday. So he's pretty much telling his story about being black walking in a white neighborhood. So let's Davis Summers, that's his name, Davis Summers. Let's take a listen to see what he had to say about walking while black. I took a black walk this morning. I took a black walk through a white neighborhood. When I take black walks, I think black thoughts. I am conscious of where I've placed my gun, and my gun. I mean, my phone, my wallet, and my keys, because peace officers have a hard time telling the difference between the two. I rehearse what I say if a concerned resident or a law enforcement employee have questions about why my black body is walking through their white space. And I remind myself to make sure that law enforcement employees have his or her body camera recorded. Sometimes it helps if there is video evidence to accompany the hashtag. There's no way to be stealthy when you take a black walk. White neighborhoods are blanketed by a sophisticated security system compromised of nosy neighbors, ring doorbell cameras, white women walking their dogs. So I've learned to notice the white world through my peripheral, to be aware of the dangers without acknowledging. There is an art to making white people feel safe. To say good morning with a flash that shows confidence and deference at the same time. To being polite because your life depends on it. I felt the squad car behind me before I even saw it. It moved deliberately. Not like the other cars mindly just whizzing past. Its tires inching, crept, docked their way towards me. I kept walking. Don't take your hands out of your pocket, I thought. Or wait, maybe should I? Maybe it's better if my hands are clearly empty. But it's cold outside. Maybe it's nothing. Just keep walking. These are the things that goes through black people's minds when they have to walk through a white neighborhood because they feel insecure, so to speak. The car rolled past me, made a slow right turn. I glanced quickly, but didn't stare. The air was still. My ears tuned out everything but the slightest scuff of my sneakers on the sidewalk and the fading sounds of those stalking tires. Almost there. Suddenly, the squad car reemerged. It was a block ahead of me. Made a quick right turn, continued to the end of the street, didn't wait it. This was a war. This was a reminder that I was trespassing. I kept walking. Don't take your hands out of your pocket, I thought. Oh, wait, maybe should I? Maybe it's better if my hands are clearly empty. But it's cold outside. Maybe it's nothing. Keep walking. Repetitions. The car rolled past me, made a slow right turn. I glanced quickly but didn't stare. The air is still. Again, repetitions. My ears tuned out everything but the slightest scuff of my sneakers on the sidewalk and the fading sounds of those stalking tires. Almost there. Again, repetitions. Suddenly, the squad car reemerged. It was a block ahead of me. It made a quick right turn, continued to the end of the street, and then it raided. No more stalking. This was a show of force. This was a war. A war. ROAR. This was a reminder that I was trespassing. I kept walking. As I approached the corner, the front window began to roll down. The occupant didn't speak, didn't smile, just stared. I was being warned. Across the street, and the lion trotted off. He had effectively marked his territory. The brave protector has done his job. I, however, couldn't help but wonder what I missed during my black walk. It's hard to hear the birds chirping or to smile at the squirrels playfully darting along the branches when you're a black guy walking. It's easy to miss the promise of the light blue sky or appreciate the audacity of red, yellow, and purple daisies declaring the independence from the green grass when your mind is preoccupied with black thoughts. I took a walk through a beautiful neighborhood this morning, but I missed the whole thing. I missed it. That's his story. When I think about his story, I think about mine. Very brief, very quick. When I'm in Fishers and I'm doing my walk, I don't get that. Thank God. I had two younger white ladies walk past me, smiled at me, waved at me. I waved them back, kept moving. Then an older man comes towards me, waves at me, wave back, keep moving. However, when I go to the bar in Beach Grove, that's a different environment. Okay? It's a different environment. Hear me on this. A different environment. I feel eyes on my shoulders. I feel them on both sides, just glaring me down. Just looking at me with no answers, no questions, just looking at me, telling me I've been warned. They don't care. They don't care I'm there to see somebody. They don't care. They're giving me warnings. You hear me? Warnings. This is how bad I feel them on me. This close. And they're not close. Nowhere near it. But I can feel it on my shoulders. You know how uncomfortable that is? Just to be
If y'all
able to
didn't feel
go.
that uncomfortableness, something wrong with y'all.
You hear me? I was
If
uncomfortable doing it.
you know what I'm saying, I'm sitting here literally across from you on video, and I felt uncomfortable. If y'all don't feel uncomfortable with that, something wrong with y'all. That's just ridiculous.
And that's the problem that I'm having.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if my friend will ever understand that. I'm not sure if he understands what I felt or what I was feeling in that inopportune moment. I don't think he observes the right thing because he could go in there and know everybody and say hi and do this and not think twice about it. But me as a black man, I have to go in with a different observant type of way. And it's not the people that he knows. It's the people that gives me that look. A look he probably never understands. A look that he probably never get in his life. Granted, there may be some, but not all. I always wondered that. I always wanted to have that conversation with him, but guess what?
He ain't interested. Mm-hmm. He ain't interested at all.
Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. I tell him all the time, we have to have deep conversations. I need these deep conversations. I need to see if there is a understanding. And he just blows it off.
That's kind of one of the reasons why he probably be ghosting and dismissing you.
Bingo.
Probably afraid that those conversations gonna come up.
Exactly. Exactly. Because I know that he supports police lives matter. Nothing wrong with that. That's your decision.
Mm-hmm.
That's your decision. What I don't support is white supremacy in the police force. So I struggle with that. What do I do about that? How do I conduct myself? I have to conduct myself as a black man living in a black body every day. Nothing changes. Nothing. You don't understand the uncomfortableness that I have every single time. He's within his comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I'm the one that stands up more to go into an uncomfortable situation than he will ever be.
Yep.
Just throwing that out there. I did not want to talk about that, but I had to get that off my chest. That's all I have.
Took you long enough. I mean, damn. You've been at that bar for almost 3 weeks, and
probably a month.
Yeah, probably a month. And it's just like, you never brought this up until now.
Yep. Because I'm getting fed up. I can only deal with so much. I can only deal with so much of not paying attention to the obvious, not wanting to have a conversation, not wanting to understand things, but only about himself. And I'm just tired. So I had to say something.
Say that.
And I knew I wasn't going to say nothing to him because I can't.
No.
So what is my other resort?
This
podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Some people would just never get it, Darren.
No.
Some people would never get it.
No. And I would love to see if he can get it. I challenge that. But I'm going to fail that challenge. Because he's going to fail that challenge. We will stop the hate. It's not going to be the same as the stopping the hate for him. Stopping the hate for me is all the way around. Racism, LGBTQ community, religion, all of that. Stop the hate, period. Just saying.
Yeah.
But that's all I have, Bill.